Supreme Beautiful Rising. Supreme Beautiful Rising, everybody. Let's see what we got going on here. Make sure. Supreme Beautiful Rising. How y'all doing this rising? I'm only on here for a few minutes because I am running late. But I just wanted to jump on here really quickly to say Supreme Rising, to remind you of yourself in power. This is the day that we have made as a collective consciousness, so we must be glad and rejoice in it. I know that I'm running late this rising, but I still wanted to come on here, Supreme Rising, Mr. Overit. Hello, Electric Food 50. How y'all doing? Who else is in here? Louis Gaskin, how are you doing? Hope all is well. Supreme Beautiful Rising. As I say, I just wanted to come on here really quickly to just remind you of your space, of who you are in power. I know that, oftentimes we have many things that we are doing and everything, but we never really remind ourselves of the power that we possess within our vessel. I think it's time for us to become reacquainted and reacclimated with that power. So, I'm just going to come on here every rising and remind you of who you are, for you to remember. Hi, T. How you doing, Mama? All right, hi, everybody's coming in. Supreme Rising to everyone that's coming in. Yes, so I'm not on here long. I know that I'm running late. It's love forever, gratitude, love you for real. What you say, for real? for real. Gratitude. Thank you so much. But as I said, I just wanted to come on here really quickly. I know I'm running late this rising, so I'm not going to have as much time with you this rising. But the most important thing that I want to express is the now moment. Supreme Rising, everybody that's coming in. I'm going to always focus on the now, so that you guys can begin to at least think about the power that is vested in your being. We have been cultivated through our, environment, through society to think, so for us to think less of ourselves. We never saw ourselves in power. We always saw ourselves in a submissive state or docility under the social constructs that we were, a part of, right? So now it's time for us, every little step, right, to get us in that direction, for us to see ourselves in power. I'm going to remind you of that. I know that a lot of times, we got so many different platforms that's saying so many different things, but I want to bring the empowerment. I want the focus to be on you, because you is the ultimate key that got to get corrected. The history and everything is beautiful, but the history is not going to help us if we don't know who we are ourselves within ourselves, and what it is that we have of the power with that is vested in our being. So, the history is one aspect, but the knowing of thyself is the most important thing, because at the end of the day, your now moment is the history. So what you do today is going to be looked upon, in your future self, and your future self is your children, your children's children, your children's children's, right? So today, in the now, right now, is the most important and the most critical for us to rewrite the history, right? To say in this day and time that we begin to know ourselves, and we begin to move into our power, so that we could begin to set the tone and the standard of who we truly are. Not look at what the history books was telling us what we used to be, right? That's a beautiful thing. So my thing about the history books, if we used to be X, Y, and Z in terms of our power, how do we get back to that? Right? What do we need to do to become divinely connected back to that aspect of our being? And in order for us to be to get back into the momentum of that, we have to be into our now moment, and to connect with ourselves. So I just yes, upliftment and the remembrance of who we are. Absolutely. Right? Getting back into the facilitation of who we truly are in our divinity at the core of our being. And the only way we're going to be able to activate that and to say, okay, we need for these genetics to reconnect back to our true self, is that we have to first be aware that we have been disconnected in order to activate the energies and frequencies to reconnect us, or for us to remember genetically who we are. Because we have the magic. We are the magic. We have always been the magic. We have facilitated facilitated a reality that we no longer want to experience. Many of us no longer want to experience. And then there are those that are experiencing this reality, not really knowing what is, at the level that we are expressing right now. They don't know, but one thing they do know, that they're tired of this experience, even with them not really being in a state of awareness as to what we are. But there still is a level of awareness that they're just tired of, robbing Peter to pay Paul, or being in this experience, having to, do the things that they need to do to survive. Many of us want to come out of this, of survival mode, right? Supreme Rising Golden, how you doing, Mama? Many of us want to come out of, the survival thing, right? So therefore, like I said, I'm not on here long. I haven't even reached yet. Normally I'm already parked and everything, having a dialogue with you guys, but I got out of the house. I had a late start this rising, so I'm talking 100 miles an hour to try to get everything that I want to say to you guys, at least in the efforts of high vibration, upliftment and all of those things, so that you can begin to see yourself in the power to which you truly are. We are very, very powerful beings. And we need to know that aspect of ourselves in the truth of what it represents itself to be, that is connected to our divine state of being. Your divinity is right now, your divinity is looked upon as the supreme aspect of your being, your divine state of being. And it's time for us to really begin to tap into that self, tap into that aspect of self. And all you have to do is just start asking yourself these questions as you sit in the midst of these lives, and you're intaking all of what is being. I know it's 6:55. I know I'm late, and I'm sitting at the light. That's how late I am. I left late, y'all. I cannot believe that I left this late. But it's okay. You know what I'm saying? I take it in stride. Even though I'm technically late, I'm still on time. I'm on time for myself, because you never know, I could have avoided something. You know what I'm saying? So even, in this Gregorian calendar, in this hell matrix, or this hell consciousness, I'm late. But in my own divine timing, I'm on time. You see the difference between the two? In the matrix, I'm late, right? But in my divine timing, I am on time. You feel me? So the matrix be having us all over the place, right? The matrix be having us in spaces that sometimes, we don't really necessarily want to be in. But now when you begin to really understand yourself, you see how I'm able to differentiate things, right? I'm able to differentiate. So the matrix says that I'm late, right? But my divine self says that I am on time. All right? My divine self says that I am on time. All right? So I have arrived. All right, y'all. So you guys have an amazing day. I love you guys immensely. And start having these conversations with yourself to say, okay, what it is that I need to do to tap into my true state of self, my true state of being, that is going to allow me to expand my level of consciousness, that's going to open me up more to a state of awareness that allows my expansion of consciousnness. These are the conversations that we need to have with ourselves. Let me see what you're saying. The matrix moves quickly, everything it as it is speed, but divine timing is determined upon. So absolutely correct. I concur. That is so true. Very true. Absolutely. And I'm glad that I was able to example that today, so that we can become aware, because awareness is key. Being aware is what is necessary, right? Having a state of awareness, you guys. Let me see here. I got a lot going on, y'all. I got so much stuff in my hand. Oh, hi, good morning. I'm with you this morning. I'm running late too. Oh God. Yeah, I know. Y'all know I don't never be this. I don't never run this late, but I'm late, but I'm on time. I'm on my own damn time, goddammit. Yeah. All right, y'all. I got to go. I got to go. Y'all have an amazing day. I'm trying to get in here and everything. I love you guys immensely. Think about what it is that I'm saying, and start asking yourself these questions. Right? Have conversations with self. There's nothing wrong with that. They tell you not to talk to yourself, but that's where all the answers are at when you talk to yourself. That's why they told you not to talk to yourself, because the answers are within. Right? So you're not crazy. And even if you answer yourself back, you're still not crazy. Thank you. I don't drink alcohol. Thank you. You too. Love you guys. Let me try to read what he says. I didn't drink alcohol, but I do something. And I don't use any kind. Good morning. Use any kind of drugs, and I don't take pharmaceuticals. Well, that's a beautiful thing. That allows you to have more mental clarity. That's a beautiful thing. All right, guys. I love you guys. Good morning. Thank you, ma'am. Good morning, ladies. Good morning. Good morning. How you doing? Okay.
Good morning.